We got this, man. We got this by the ass.
Dawn of the Dead is probably the best horror film ever made. I know, real shocking news. But I'm not here to talk about how well done the gore is, or how absolutely peak camp Goblin's soundtrack hits. Hell, I'm not even here to talk about its prescient commentary on brain-dead consumption, or how one of America's most reactionary auteurs made a darling of leftist social commentary. No, I'm going to rinse out my brain from the toxic discourse surrounding obsession by talking about how Dawn of the Dead is great as a film and why we will never forget Romero's legacy. Fundamentally, what happens in Dawn? The dead have risen to attack the living. We thought we dealt with it the previous night, but instead things have gotten worse, and civilization begins to fall apart, starting with Law and Order. After meeting our four heroes, who we very quickly realize are anything but.
You got any cigarettes?
Any of you guys got cigarettes? No, I'm sorry.
We see a different plan. Run away. But run away to what? It doesn't matter. They find a glorious hole-up location, a nuclear-powered indoor shopping mall. Taking a breather at this oasis of sustenance in a world falling apart, our party comes to a realization. Why keep running if they can just wait out the disaster with everything they have here? And so they begin to secure their sanctuary, learning the terrain, setting up the bailey, blocking the entrances, clearing the dead already inside. Had our foursome successfully cleared them all and kept their heads down, they could have outlasted the chaos outside. Wait for hell to build some new project housing.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
Unfortunately, right as they were about to seal up the doors with the last truck, Roger, the spirit of the group, got too cocky and received a fatal bite. He lived to see the takeover, but not as himself. And just as they were about to really start living, he succumbs and turns. No more lives when you're out of quarters. From there, Peter, Steve, and Francine can't keep their dynamic strong. They get depressed. They get clumsy. They get invaded by the biker gang, separated, and their refuge disintegrates, returning to zombie. I know every time I watch Dawn, even though I know what's coming, I keep wishing Roger just kept his head on his shoulders. They were so close to their happy-ish ending, but the soul of the team died right as they achieved their goal. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that wishes them a happy ending. In fact, it is a very common trope for the main goal to get tripped up right at that finish line. Even the remake does this moment, albeit less impressively, with the death of Michael, giving the film its only lasting bite of pathos. The Halo series did similar beats. After all, the death of Captain Keyes, the heart of the human faction, happens just as you take the control room, a critical change in the fortunes of the Pillar of Autumn's crew. A more dramatic example would be the death of his daughter Miranda Keyes in Halo 3, helping start the emotional pulse that makes the plot worthy, despite ironically derailing it by refusing to pursue Cortana's solution to the Flood. No, it wasn't the rebuilt Alpha Halo. Fight me. This trope, perhaps best called soul death at the threshold of success. No, too early. The fall of Camelot. Yes, powerful, isn't it? I think this power comes from something older than our modern fiction, back from mythology. King Arthur founded Camelot to bring justice, peace, sovereignty, and glory to England. His words and deeds built it, and his judgment manned it with paragon knights. He made it a shining city on the hill, but as he and his knights faltered, Camelot faltered, not in flesh and stone, but in faith and vigor, until, without its founder, it simply disappeared into the hearts of Britons, a dream to be remembered and climbed to, but never recovered. Marty O'Donnell, the composer of that inescapable Halo theme, once said of Bungie during his tenure,
I feel like my period of time with Bungie, for me, I consider that Camelot. That was the perfect time. And when you're in Camelot and it's happening, you're sort of not aware of how great it is.
That is the final meaning of that legend. And we have been trying, don't lose Roger, lest gold ceases to glitter, drink ceases, and laughter fails to reach your eyes. We tell ourselves this story over and over as a warning. Look at the story of Rome. Just as they finally secured the Mediterranean basin, formalized the most powerful army in antiquity, gave us their greatest political philosophers, and achieved it all with the most quintessential expression of their form of government. The Romans forgot who they were. The soul animating the Senate and the people of Rome to, well, act as the Romans do, died. And for the following century, they ceased to function, turning against each other in midwit civil wars among the elites, between the warriors and their lazy shadows. A struggle so destructive to their society that eventually the only way the polity survived another half-millennium was by becoming an empire, smothering the Roman soul forever. In the first half of the 20th century, there was nothing like the fully realized power of the United States. The frontiersman strode as a colossus across the world, achieving all because the people knew what they were, and their nation-state was their instrument. After the ashes of war finally settled, Columbia swore such a conflagration would never happen again. Sanctuary must be secured. But the ultimate reification of America and her tools of state were manned not just by men with chests, but by their Gnostic, lazy, comfort-seeking shadows too. Sounds to me like Roger might have been bitten. Our mall doors may be secure, but can we keep our head on our shoulders? Or will we be bitten by madness and be unable to live the fruits of our efforts? Will we enfeeble, corrupt, and die? Or shall Columbia's soul endure to conquer a few more final frontiers? Thank you for watching. I'm actually very pleased I was able to get this out faster than I expected. This does not mean the return of regular content, but who knows, maybe one day soon. Let me know if the audio improved in this video. I'm trying out a new microphone system. I hope you enjoyed this, and as always, please remember to like, subscribe, share with your battle buddy, and have a great day.